so that way it's shared a bit. So what do you think?
Sure, it's a big job and a short time frame.
That's why we need a plan.
It sounds like you've got one.
So you'll tell the others?
Why don't you tell the others?
The whole team?
Yeah, email, voicemail.
Oh, no, there's no time. People don't check every day.
You'll be at the monthly meeting after lunch?
Yeah.
Well, tell them then. Tell them once problem solved.
Make a speech?
No. Just take 2 minutes and tell them what you just told me.
No, I couldn't. I get too nervous. My English.
Oh, your English is fabulous. And I would never get the details straight.
I don't think,
It's no big deal. It's very informal.
Well, if you think.
2 minutes. One in questions.
Okay. Thanks.
What's that?
A speech.
Are you, addressing the United Nations?
Michael, I'm busy.
Okay. What speech?
For the monthly meeting. I got to explain big job coming from marketing.
Oh. I mean, that's stupid. Writing it out.
Michael, I only got a few minutes.
You know, I got an A in speech.
My compliments. Now shut up.
District champion debate team.
You lie.
No. I got all the tricks.
So, I shouldn't write it out.
Why bother?
I get nervous. I forget what to say.
You know, I remember the district finals in Thurberville. Huge auditorium. Man, there must have been 200 people. There was like 12 judges lined up against the wall, all staring at me.
Any last words before the jury announces its verdict? Jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We find the defendant.
Blasted hay fever. Anyway, we won, but we lost at the regionals.
I'll forget what to say.
Just make a few notes.
In English.
Yeah, English, Chinese. Just make sure you talk in English.
When I get nervous, my accent comes out.
What, you nervous now?
Of course.
Then you're fine. You'll be perfect.
Give it a rest, coach.
Just look them in the eyes.
I can't.
Yeah, it's easy. Judges love it. Just speak strongly and clearly.
My accent.
Forget it. Nobody even notices anymore. Just modulate your voice.
What?
You know, up and down with your voice. Pretend you're, telling a bedtime story. You're next to your kid's bed, your kid's happy, you're nice and relaxed.
Once upon a time, there were 3 bears. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear.
No! AJ, you okay? AJ.
Oh, thanks for the help, Michael, but I got to get ready.
Okay. But just one thing. Don't freak.
Right. See you.
No, I mean, try this. This works. Try it. Just imagine everyone's sitting in the room. The whole team. Now imagine everybody sitting with no clothes on.
Get out of here!
I see you.
Well, let's move on to the last item.
There's another item? Where's the black coffee?
AJ is going to tell us about a big job coming in tomorrow for marketing. Ready?
There's a big job coming in tomorrow from marketing.
AJ, why don't you stand up? Some of us can't see you.
Yeah, stand up. Poor guy.
Basket case.
Audrey in marketing says they're doing new product presentations in 15 big cities all over the country all next week.
AJ.
Salespeople are doing the presentations and they're gonna need a lot of staff.
Like?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. They'll need 15 packages. Each package has the following items. 232-page audience books with 4-color graphics, a 40-page book with speaker notes, 64 4-color overhead transparencies.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
AJ.
Any questions?
Did you tell Audrey that a color printer is down?
I did, and I have a plan.
Namely?
The Faulkner office has agreed to do half the audience books.
Give that man an Oscar. AJ, why don't you talk about shipping? I know you have that all figured out.
Yes, thank you. If we get the books back from Faulkner by Monday, we can express everything.
Very good presentation. I didn't think they'd react like that.
Hey, my man's natural. What'd you think?
Tough crowd.
I knew they wouldn't be happy.
Happy's not always part of the deal. Good job. I'll see you.
AJ, next month, would you be willing to talk to the group about the routing that you worked out for publications? Several departments have thanked me that they're getting their journals on time.
It's the last time I hang around waiting for Linda. She's not here on time, I'm gone.
You tell him, Gordon.
I'm serious. If she's not here when the shift changes, she can figure it out for herself.
Yeah?
Yeah. Whatever I got to say, I'm gonna write it down. Machine's running hot? Work on such and such. She can read about it.
Hey, man, she's not late that often.
She's always late. She's got what? Maybe 2 kids?
And her husband has to get home before she can leave.
It's a chain reaction.
But she's got to know how the machine's running and what to work on.
Who says I gotta talk to her? Why not write it down? Tape it to the drill.
By the time you wrote it out, she'd be here.
All I'm saying is at the end of my shift, I'm out of here.
Hey, you seen Gordon's handwriting?
What's wrong with it?
Besides the fact nobody can read it?
I don't have any trouble cashing the checks I write.
And how many checks do you write?
Oh, I bet I write 20 a month, maybe more.
And how many are actually worth something?
Ooh, now you're getting personal.
Okay, what if she had a question?
Who?
Linda, about what you wrote.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like more trouble than it's worth.
Look, this is the best idea since... I don't know what. I'm not the only one that has to wait.
Stick it in the suggestion box.
How's that new machine running?
Not bad. You might want to take a look, though. I just got it trying to break it in. There's still some kinks to work out.
Okay, I'll try to make some room this afternoon.
So, you got your note for Linda already?
No, shift's not over yet.
You serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. It's a great idea.
I thought you were just mad at Linda.
Why is it whenever I got something to say, nobody listens?
I don't know, man. Maybe if you get it together a little better, try to...
What do you mean, get it together?
I don't know. Figure out what you want to say and why we should care.
Why you should care is... You wouldn't have to wait around either.
See, now you never said that.
I did too.
I never heard it.
Well, it's not my fault.
Hey, if a tree falls in the woods but nobody hears it,
What?
I gotta go.
Okay. See, you guys don't have to wait for Linda, so you don't really know how often... Okay, the reason you should listen is... Okay. You know how you feel when you really have to get out of here, but you have to wait for somebody on the night shift? I've got an idea that should take care of that. Instead of waiting around to talk to the person, we just write down what they need to know. And... Okay, now just because Hector can't read my handwriting doesn't mean it's necessarily... Okay, on the downside, we all have to make sure we write clearly. Oh. No, first, let's look at the pluses, and then the minuses. In terms of the pluses, one thing is that... You know that idea I talked about yesterday?
Oh, you mean about Linda being late all the time?
Yeah, but that's not the point. Okay, here's what I was trying to say. First, you know sometimes we all have to wait for people on the night shift, right?
Sure.
And sometimes that's okay. But sometimes you gotta get out of here by 5:30, right?
Like on Tuesdays. I got a class.
Exactly. So I was thinking, we need to make sure we can all get out on time if we have to. And I thought, why not leave a note for the other person?
Oh, are you on that again?
Give me a second, okay? You'll like where I'm going with this. Let's just talk about the pluses first, and then we can get into the minuses, okay?
Okay, sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The pluses are, one, we wouldn't have to wait around for the night shift.
Yeah, yeah.
Second plus is, we'd have time to think about it, so we wouldn't forget anything. Another plus is we'd have like a written record in case a problem comes up. So those are some of the pluses. Any others?
What about minuses?
Yeah. Okay.
It sounds complicated.
Keep an open mind, huh? Right. I thought about that too.
It wouldn't have to be.
Should we get all the minuses out first and then get into them?
Sure.
Okay. One is it could get complicated, depending on how we set it up.
Not if we had a form or something.
See, if you're talking about forms, that's complicated.
Not necessarily.
I thought we were going to list all the negatives and then get into them. Is that right?
Right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Then there's reading other people's handwriting.
Like yours?
Or anybody's, especially if you're in a hurry. Basically, that's what I had in mind. So, what do you say?
Yeah, but one thing I just thought of, I mean, could we really get it all done on paper?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the night person has questions.
So what are you saying? You don't think it'll work?
No, just, maybe it's voluntary. I mean, sometimes you need to wait and sometimes you don't.
You must have been listening. Makes sense. So what's next?
I don't know.
Maybe check with some people on night shift, see what they think?
I'll start with Linda. Did the tree fall or what?
Timber.
I see you worked in a convenience store in Blue Ash. Tell me about your experience there.
It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I work mostly weekends. Well, not mostly, but yeah, I guess mostly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know what I did?
Yes, that would be helpful.
Well, actually, it was pretty much the normal. I mean, nothing big time or anything.
What were your duties?
I mean, like stocking shelves?
Yes.
Okay, stocking shelves. I guess I already said that, but...
That's okay. What were some of your other responsibilities?
Okay, one was when we get deliveries.
Mm-hmm. So you would help unload the truck?
Yeah.
What was involved with that?
That's pretty much it.
Did you have to check off the stock off an invoice?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Did I like it? Yeah, sure. I guess. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of that kind of detail work in our mailroom, you know, checking to make sure things are correct.
Great.
Okay, let me ask you some other questions. What would you do if you got bored at work?
Bored?
You know, we all get bored at work sometimes. What would you do if that happened? Okay, what types of work do you like to do?
What types? I don't know. I guess it depends.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about the job, and then if you have any questions, you can ask me, and then we'll be done. So that's the job. Any questions?
Actually, it's pretty clear. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming in, and we'll let you know what we decide by early next week.
Okay.
see you worked at a convenience store. Was this in Blue Ash?
No, in Fairfax, near where I used to live. I worked there last year during the summer and on weekends.
Tell me about your experience there.
Hey, this is one of the questions I practiced. Don't panic. There were basically 3 parts to the job. One was stocking the shelves, one was waiting on customers. I mean, well, I guess it's pretty obvious, right?
Well.
And the third was, oh, keeping the place looking good. Now she's gonna ask me what I like best.
What part of your job did you enjoy the most?
All right. What I actually enjoyed the most was straightening up the shelves. Like, after the customers mess them up. You think that's weird?
No, why?
My roommate does. Of course, she's seen my room. They just showed us how to line things up so that the shelves look really nice. You know?
And why did you like that?
I guess I like to see results.
What were some of your other duties?
One was receiving merchandise and checking it off to make sure that we had gotten it. Like on an invoice.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Oh no. What do I say now? Okay, what would it help her to know? I don't know if this is exactly a duty or not, but we did go to some training. Does that count?
Yeah. Tell me about that.
Okay. Does she want to hear about how I learned to fill out my timesheet? I don't think so. One thing we learned was how to work with the customers, like greeting them and helping them find things.
Do you like working with customers?
Yeah. And we had some truly weird ones. That sounded lame. Did that sound just awful? Because I didn't mean it that way.
Customers can be challenging.
At the store, the thing you had to remember was that mostly they just wanted to get in and out. Probably like here, right?
Exactly. What would you do if you got bored at work?
Uh-oh. Trick question. You're never supposed to get bored at work. I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Oh, well, you know, everyone gets bored at work once in a while, like here. Sometimes it's complete chaos, but other times it's totally quiet.
I get it. She wants to know what I do when there's nothing to do. Well, yeah, it got that way at the store sometimes. Of course, that's when I got to straighten the shelves, right?
Right.
Or, you know, you talk with the customers if they're not in a hurry. Or with each other, like if someone's having a bad day or something.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about the job, and then if you have any questions, you can ask me, and then we'll be done. That's the job. Any questions?
Okay. One I had was, will someone show me how to operate the equipment that you just mentioned?
Yes. We have formal training sessions for some equipment, plus there's always someone on duty who can... Well, thanks for coming in, and we'll let you know what we decide by early next week.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Janice.
How's it going?
Okay, I think.
No paper?
Oh, we didn't have time to fill the trays this morning.
Again?
Well, people come early. What do we say? Come back later? We need to set up?
I know. If we're in here, we look open.
And if we let people in, then they think it's okay to come early. Myra?
Hey, Jay.
Oh, hey, Myra. I was just working on
Hi.
these flyers.
Barbara Isley just called about her display books. You know, we had to order that special paper.
Oh, okay. The paper came in last night. She said she'd be in at 2:30.
Right, but now she's worried about the paper. So I told her I'd bring her down a copy to check.
Well, should I run one off right now?
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm sorry you had to get involved with this.
Well, the better we do, the better we look on the customer survey, which is next month, by the way.
It's amazing how seriously people take those numbers around here. There you go. I didn't realize how many people come in before 8:30.
And you wonder why we can't set up, huh? No matter what we do, it feels wrong.
We certainly didn't mean to ignore you.
Well, look, he saw me standing at the door. He kept counting his paper clips or whatever.
I can understand why you'd feel ignored, but...
Look, can you just take this for me?
Sure. Let me get an order form.
Hey, look. 10 copies, 3-hole punch, no staples, no cover. Got it?
I'm sorry, was that stapled or unstapled?
No staples. And I need it by 11, okay?
Yes, I'll get to it.
Thanks.
What's with Mr. Reed?
Not happy. Where are the forms? Myra needs to know what's happening.
What's that?
Mr. Reed couldn't leave his order before 8:30, and I know he's gonna make some noise.
Sure, tell Myra.
Me?
Oh, you're the problem solver.
Right now, all she needs to know are the facts.
When I get nervous, my English is terrible.
That's lame.
Lame or not, I'll leave it to you.